First, we are going to do a short meditation before my talk. And so please find a very comfortable position. Gently close your eyes. Take few deep, long breaths and relax your whole body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Observe all of the different parts of your body individually and see if they are relaxed, free of tension or strain. Anywhere you find tension or strain, concentrate your mind on that area and allow it to release and relax. Now send your loving thoughts towards yourself, thinking, I am well, I am happy, I am peaceful. Understand the meaning of each word clearly and deeply, then repeat it to yourself. I am well, I am happy, I am peaceful. Having loving motivation towards yourself, now slowly turn your attention to your breath. Every breath you take in, you take out is taken mindfully. Focus on your natural, ordinary breaths. No need to repress your thoughts. No need to control your thoughts. Let them come and go. Now observe your mind, observe your body. Your body is relaxed. Your mind is calm, tranquil, and peaceful. Make a strong determination to practice meditation every day, regularly, with diligence and patience. understand how important this meditation practice. Keep yourself well, happy, peaceful and balanced. May peace be with you. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. Thank you very much. Please open your eyes. Good evening, everybody. So happy to be here again this year. People who know me, I travel very heavily. Last year, I traveled almost 200 days. Sometimes people think I'm crazy. And so anyway, I know it is physically very tired, but end of the day, I feel very happy because I helped so many people. I am listening to their stories and watching and observing what is happening in the society. And so when I travel, I meet so many people. I meet so many people, so many different characters. So when I meet people, when I listen to them, when they come to meditation, I ask, what do you looking for? Everybody say, I want to be happy. I need happiness. That's what I'm looking for. Why I'm come to meditation? To be happy. I think this word, we too used. So we use for every situation this word happiness. When I eat some ice cream, I feel happy. So I think we have to have better idea more than this word happiness. Happiness always go something pleasurable. I think in the real spiritual world, we have to look for contentment more than happiness. It's go beyond the word happiness. Happiness is conditioned. Unhappiness also conditioned. So if we can content, it is not conditioned. You deeply understand what it is. So then I ask people, what do you do to be happy? Now you think about your life when you turn into 18 or adult. You are thinking, I want to be so happy. So what other people doing to be happy? They study. Why? They want to have a good job. You did the same thing. Now you are done your schooling, done your studies. Now I'm asking, are you happy? What do you think? When I ask most of people, answer is no. Then people think, oh, I completed my education. Now I will be happy. Now they are thinking something in future. Now I'm thinking, when I have a better job, I will be so happy. Then I can make some money. Then you can have a job. I know many people who go to work, then they come to the temple, they meet me, and how much they complain about it. Now I'm asking, having a good job, are you happy? Most of the time people say, no, I don't like my boss, I don't like my co-workers, I don't like to drive every morning, I don't like to wake up, and I don't like it. Then people think, oh, that's not the problem. Maybe now I feel lonely. If I have somebody in my life, I will be so happy. Then you go and find a partner, wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend. Then you are thinking, I will be so happy. Now I'm asking people, are you happy? They said no. They have this problem and that problem. Then they go for the counseling. Then they think, now I'm married, I have a partner, if I have my children, I will be happy. Then I can focus on my children. Now I'm asking parents who have children, are you happy? They said, no, Bhante, every night I'm worrying about my children. Where they are, what they are doing. Sometimes my daughter come in 3 a.m. I don't know where they were. I'm so worrying about it. So what I'm telling you, what you are doing is not wrong, but I'm telling you, the people who is doing things in this society to be happy, bring more unhappiness to their life. So, but we cannot stop that. Anyway, we have to find the way to do it happily and peacefully and lovingly. That is the purpose of my talk this evening. I'm not telling you, okay, give up everything, renounce and go and become a monk. Then there's another problem, believe me. That's not an easy life, right? Now, I was traveling summer, I was doing all my charities, I was in many different places, he knows very well. And so, I was doing 3 school projects in Sri Lanka, my homeland. Northeastern part of Sri Lanka, I took all the school supplies for one rural school when I was there. And so when I was there, the parents came to me and said, thank you so much, but no need to have school supplies for us. More than school supplies, we need something very important. I asked what? They said, we need some water. I met a man, he has a colon cancer, and he has a colostomy bag, riding his cycle 4 miles to get some water. Very difficult to see. I was so emotional, I lost my mindfulness, be honest. Being emotional, all the way, like 6 hours driving, I was throwing up all the way because my stomach gets sick. I cannot handle that pain, what people are going through in their lives. All the children like a dried wood. Why? No water. So now I'm doing a whole project about the digging, try to get the tube wells for them. So it's a totally different story. Then I came to United States. Now every time when I open the tap, I can see water running. I'm so grateful. Every drop of water. Think to yourself, you are living in a good country. You are living in a good nation. You have everything here, most of everything, when we compare to other nations. So people believe when we have things, we will be extremely happy. That's what your grandparents, your parents maybe educated you. Work hard, make more money, then you will be so happy. You did it. Now think about this nation, developed, money, wealth. 60% of the world wealth in the United States. That's what one magazine says. All other 40 all over the world. So if material things is your happiness, this nation has to be the happiest nation in the world. So I love this country. I love all of you because I feel this is my second home, because almost 20 years I'm living in this country now. But still something missing. Still something missing. Yesterday I was in New York City. So 24 hours, I was doing a presentation. So, the people who sponsored, they took me to Indian restaurant for lunch. Not many people, like, 5 tables, the people are sitting. When I walk into the restaurant, I can hear from the upstairs, all the high-rise building, the banging, the sound, loud banging. I think some constructions are happening upstairs. But all those people who is sitting in the restaurant, I think it is not really bad, but somehow they have to do that work, the morning or day or night, doesn't matter, they have to do it. But this business and that what is happening is upstairs, there's no connection. I talked to the owner. There's no connection, they cannot control. But I realized, the people were behaving like a madhouse. They were angry. They are yelling at each other. They called all the waiters and, what's happening? I came to have peaceful lunch here. But these things are happening. They were so mad. The next table, there is an older lady sitting and she's smiling, and I don't know, same time she's so mad. But she has a smile on her face too. Then I try to figure out what it is this. She's mad or she's smiling. Some people smile when they are mad too, right? So then she's really mad. She's really trying to get me to her team. Right? She's trying so hard to get me to her team. And finally what she did, Even she didn't know what she's doing. Grab her bowl, the plate, she drop it on the table. Or the Indian restaurant, all the curries, gravy is flashing. So that's how she behaved. Then she get up and yell at everybody and went to the cashier. She didn't pay. Now I saw other two gentlemen, in front of me. They are eating, they are well dressed, look like very professional people, who knows, maybe doctors. They are the same. Then I was thinking, what's wrong with these people? What's really going on? Even they cannot handle even this little noise. What is happening in upstairs? Somebody doing some construction. Somebody trying to live their lives. Somebody trying to make some money. All the people working hard. Now they are yelling at these people, go and ask them to stop because we are eating. I thought best thing, I have to change my attitude towards that. For me personally, that's not a big deal at all. I know it's a little loud, but we are not going to live there. Then I was thinking, living in this beautiful country, having all the material comfort, those people came to that restaurant to have a good lunch, but they didn't make it. They were very unhappy. They were so mad. They were so mad with other people. So now my point is, what we have to do. This world is very distracted place. World has lots of problems and issues. When I see all those problems around the world, I feel I'm part of it if I contribute. So then I'm thinking sometimes, annoying situation happening, then I feel I don't like it here. I feel I want to run away from these whole distractions. Then I'm asking myself, where do I go? There's no place to go. No options. Then I realize only option we have, how to manage. That is meditation. How to manage. So now actually I'm 40 years being a monk. This is my 40th year being a monk. Okay? I'm old now. And so people keep asking, oh my God, I celebrated my, the 50th birthday and 40 years being a monk. And so they asked me, Bhante, now being 40 years in this, the monastic order, maybe you don't have any problems, right? I said, are you kidding? If you want to know my problem, please come to Woodstock, as other monks. They will tell you exactly what my problems are. I have millions of thousands of problems and issues. There's no big difference. But I know how to manage them now because I have tools. We all have tools. We born with those tools, but we don't know how to use them. So what I call, we all are sitting on the toolbox. But we don't know we have toolbox here. Many years, whole our lifetime, we are sitting on the toolbox. We never open it, looking at the tools and fix ourselves. But we are thinking the problem is somewhere outside. We are yelling at other people. We are looking for the answers outside world. Until you do that, you never be happy. You never be content. Then that day when I was at that restaurant, no ego, I was so happy myself. Being in this crazy, distracted, angry people, I had the opportunity to live here in this present moment without being angry, without being disappointed, without being upset. So that's how we have to learn how to live our life. So don't try to change the world, what other people are doing. Change yourself, then live your life fully. Because always we are thinking, change the world, then I will be happy. Good luck. Never happen. If I change my family, if I change the society, if I change the president, everything will be okay. No, other problems are coming. So to have this contentment in our lives, what we have to do? We have to learn how to practice meditation. And also, this is very dangerous now. Why? Being here in this country, I can see the meditation is a very popular subject here in this country. Everybody meditate. It is very trendy. Some people doing meditation for passion. Oh, I go to meditation. I am a Buddhist meditation practitioner. It's, people looking, you look so spiritual. But I can say some people claim themselves, I'm practicing meditation last 30, 40 years. But when I'm listening to them, when I watch them closely and observe their characters, I don't see meditation at all. Why? It's become a habitual action. More than go to the depth, it's become a habit. People don't go to the depth and practice meditation. So now the meditation here in this country, very popular subject, so many teachers and the techniques, and also very expensive. Meditation is very expensive now. It's a big business. Now when we talk about the meditation, the word people always use, mindfulness. Mindfulness. Another big use, right? Mindfulness, mindful eating, mindful talking, mindful walking. Now think about, in this country, this society, how many people use this word mindfulness make money? Mindfulness is also very expensive. Two of my students, they came to me and said, Bhante, we are going for a mindfulness course somewhere in New York City. I said, good for you. Please do. If they want to do it, why not? Then they returned to the temple and I asked, how was it? It's okay. They are not really happy about it. Then I was so curious what really happened. Then I asked, how was the course? How much you spent? $1,500 for the course. Then they said, last 7 years we learned and practiced meditation. You did the better job, but you didn't charge us. So now what I'm telling you, so this mindfulness word is very strong, wonderful spiritual practice, but it is so commercialized. Be careful with that word. So ask yourself, what is the purpose of this mindfulness? What is mindfulness? How do you define it? How do you understand the word mindfulness? Now I'm asking some questions, okay? What is mindfulness? Being in the moment. What else? Yes, I heard one. Awareness. Okay, two. What else? I want to hear one more. Vipassana. Yes, everything is Vipassana. So, more than the word mindfulness, I found another word, because English is not my first language. So I found another word for mindfulness, introspective awareness. It's much better. Introspective, that awareness go inward. That's a real mindfulness, right? So when we, that's why I said many people talk about mindfulness, but I don't know what they're talking about sometimes. It's very confusing. So when we understand this introspective awareness or mindfulness, three things we have to figure it out when we practice this. First one, paying attention. The second one, live in the moment. Who said that? Yeah, you said, right? Live in the moment. The third one, non-judgmental. That is mindfulness. Okay? Paying attention, live in the moment, non-judgmental. Those are the mindfulness practice. Let's try to understand those things. Paying attention. Paying attention to what? Yeah? Paying attention to now. What else?
Whatever's going on around you.
Yes, whatever happening around you, okay. What else?
What about the inside?
What is happening inside? Okay, very good. All are connected to that. So, how about this? If I say, paying attention to our five senses. Everything is there now? What is that? There is no five senses? What's going on? No life. Right? No five senses, no life. So, life means our five senses. So, when we are paying attention means we are paying attention to our five senses. Now think about, because of our five senses, we are interacting with outer world. Then we are interacting, we receive so many information. Then we are happy or unhappy or neutral, because how we are reacting, how we get the information. So now think about this the evening, you are thinking, oh, Buddhist monk coming to the theatre, we are going to listen to that talk, I'm so excited. You came here and driving after work and you just park your car. Then you are coming out from your car, you can see somebody walking to the building. You recognize that person. You really don't like that person. You have so many negative, bad memories with that man or woman. What is going on? When you see that, what is happening? Judging. It's happened at the temple too, in our temple. Some people, making appointments with me. Oh, Bhante, after meditation, Saturday morning, 11:30, I'm going to meet you. After meditation, that means that person also coming to meditation. So after meditation, I'm sitting and waiting and waiting and waiting. There's no this person. Then I text message this person, where are you? Oh, Bhante, I came to the temple, but I saw somebody walking to the temple. I really don't like her. I don't want to come. So I went home. Now think about people. So now I'm asking, where's mindfulness? So how mindful person behave? Oh, that person also going to meditation. I have, the different story with that person, doesn't matter. I go for my practice, she go for her practice, he go for his practice, I'm going to do my practice, it doesn't matter. So that's how mindful person behave. Now think about, now we have, the delicious food here. So you see this delicious food, how you react. Oh my God, smells so good. What, when you lose your mindfulness, what you are doing? Keep eating. That's one of the biggest problem we have here in this country, eating disorders. Why? We don't have mindfulness. You want to eat everything. No control. You have lots of physical problems. You have diabetics. Still you are eating. I can see some people, as I said in the beginning, people call themselves, I am meditating many years. But while they are eating, I don't see meditation. While they are talking, I don't see meditation. While they are interacting with people, I don't see meditation. What is the purpose? So mindfulness means paying attention to your senses. Once I was driving 90 East towards Chicago. So I took the Woodstock exit, and so then I'm driving, the other side of the, 90, I saw big billboard. It says, excite your senses. That's a billboard. When I see that billboard, I was excited. I was thinking, oh, it's very interesting. What is that? Then what I did, I took the exit, next exit, I turned my car, and I turned my car and I was reading it again. So it says, excite your senses. It is a food commercial. See, now you can see, right? What people want to do? Sell things, ask people to get excited. So excitement is a big word here in your society, in your life. Excitement is a good thing or bad thing? How do you feel? Excitement. When you are excited, what is in your mind?
Looking forward to something.
Something what? Something or someone good, right? Yeah. Right. That means you have some expectations. Okay, when you are excited, you have some expectation. When you are excited, always those expectations will happen? No. Then what will happen? Disappointed. I think excitement, the person who practices mindfulness, excitement is all right. It is totally fine. But how you understand the nature of excitement. What is the nature of excitement? It may happen, it may not happen. That's the nature of excitement. But our expectation is always something good may happen, which is not. So I was so excited for many situations. Same time, so many times I was disappointed. So once I was ready to leave winter time to Hawaii for the teaching. One young man came to the temple. He said, "Oh, Bhante, tomorrow morning you go to Hawaii, you skip the winter. Are you excited?" I said, "No." That's what I said. I didn't think about it too much. Then right away he said, "You are a boring Buddhist monk." Why? You are not excited. That night I started to think what he said. Yes, I am boring, according to him. So way I answer that, what I said is right, but the way I answer it not right. Now, if somebody asks me, "Oh, Bhante, you go to Phoenix tomorrow. Are you excited?" I said, "Yes, I am." But mindfully. That's how I do it now. I said, "I'm so excited, but mindfully." Now I'm asking you, this is a good teaching. You can be excited. Always use the word mindfulness next to that. I'm so excited to go to Hawaii mindfully. Now people always emailing me, "Oh, Bhante, you are coming to New York City. We are so excited." Big, the bold letters, mindfully. I'm so happy every time when I see those kind of, the wording from people. I feel happy because they get the message. So what you are doing with our five senses, we get excited. We always trying to make these five senses to get excited. I remember once again, I'm going, the next week. I go to Phoenix, last 8 years. My, the host family, she's a lovely lady, and when I go to her house, she says, "Surprise!" I asked, "What?" She gave me a big bag of chocolate, Costco bag, right? So I was reading. It's called the Bliss. The name, the brand is a Bliss. It's a chocolate covered coconut, because I'm coming from the coconut island. I love coconut. She remembered that story. She bought this whole bag for me, but half is gone. I asked, "My friend, where's the other half?" Right? And she said, "Wait, Bhante, look around the house." Then I look around the house. Every corner she left these little chocolate bars. I asked, "Why?" "You can enjoy. It's a big house. You can enjoy. Wherever you go, you can eat chocolate." I was so grateful for her, but in that moment, my mind said, "I am in trouble." Why? Every corner I can see some excitement. That night I was sleeping. Middle of the night I woke up to go to bathroom. I turn on the lights. Then I can see this stupid chocolate. Right? And so I was thinking, oh my God, my mind going crazy like a storm middle of the night. The desire, that excitement to eat chocolate. But being in this, order many years, I didn't fail. Why? My mindfulness protected me. Because I recognized that feeling. I didn't become slaves to my thoughts, feeling, emotions. I took care of them. So I didn't fail. I was there more than 7 days. I ate, I think, maybe 3 pieces. She was thinking, I don't like them. I said, and I love them. I can eat whole bag within 30 minutes, no problem. But I took care of my thoughts, feelings, and emotions. I didn't become slaves to my own, the feelings. So that is the mindfulness. Does it make sense now? Okay? That's paying attention to your 5 senses. How about the second one? Live in the moment. That's another difficult, challenging one people misinterpret. What is the paying, the living in the present moment? What is that? So the traditional explanation I always hear, don't live in the past, don't worry about the future, do now. That's the present moment. One church next to our temple, they invited me for the mindfulness teaching class, and they are, the Bible study group. So they said, please come after our class. I said, no, I'm going to join for the Bible study too. Then I joined with them, I'm studying Bible. Then end of the class, they said, talk about mindfulness. Then I was talking about, present moment. Then I asked, what is that present moment? Then one lady said, okay, it's easy. Don't worry about the past, don't worry about the future, do now. Then I asked her, can you do that? She said, no. Then she was so smart. Then she asked me, how about you? Can you do that? I said, no. Then what we are talking about, this present moment? We are totally misguided. What is present moment? People think present moment is don't worry, don't regret about past. Yes, it's totally right. Don't regret about the past. So how people understand don't regret, they try to delete all their past memories. That's what they are trying while they are meditating. I want to delete my past negative memories. Good luck. You cannot. You are not dead yet. Right? You have all the past memories, good or bad. Make sense now? You cannot delete them. So how you are going to deal with them? When you see your past regret, whatever negative happened in your past, you have to look at them lovingly, learn the lesson from them. Learn something from those past memories. Okay, I did this. I'm so honest about it. But bring the lesson to the present moment. That's the present. Does it make sense? Now, how about people say, don't worry about future. Do you? Are you worrying about your future? Yes, be honest. Yes, right? We all are worrying about our future. So, the last year when I'm I'm 49, so people know this year I'm turning into 50, and people asking 1,000 questions because people like, the Ben, they know me like almost 20 years when I come to this area, my 30s. And so somebody asked me, oh, Bhante, I cannot believe you are turning into 50 next year. Then that person, you are going to live here in this country after you turn into 50, or you are going back to Sri Lanka? I never think about it. So then he put something into my head. I lost my mindfulness. That night, now I'm thinking, next year I'm turning into 50, wow. Oh my God, where I'm going to live, here in this country, or go back to my home country? So then I'm making my own story now, okay? Now think about how we lose the mindfulness. Now I'm at night sleeping and thinking, if I go back to Sri Lanka, many years I'm out of country, no connection. People don't care about me. Then I made the decision, it doesn't work. Then I have to be here. When I'm here, what will happen? Then I end up in, like a group home. Right? I was, now thinking about how we are making the stories. I end up in the group home. Then I'm very old. Who is going to taking care of me? Who is going to push my wheelchair? Who is going to change my diapers? I made that story whole night. I couldn't sleep. End of the day, end of the night, I realized how crazy I am. Why I'm so worried about it? Why I'm so worrying about my future? So then what I realized, yes, I can plan for my future. After I turn into 50, I'm going to plan. I never did. Now I decide I am going to plan for my future. Where I'm going to live, what I'm going to do, where I'm going to move, I can plan. No problem with the planning. But again, understand nature of the planning. What is that? It may happen, it may not happen. But still we can plan. After we plan 10 things, maybe 5 things or 1 thing may happen. Just go with that. So what people think, forget about your future. So one day, I know one young man in Sri Lanka. So he's so into his spiritual practice. He doesn't work. He doesn't make any money. I asked, you have to work, you have to make some money, otherwise you are giving so much burden to your parents. Then he said, no, I'm practicing meditation, I'm living in the present moment. I said, that's not present moment, that's a laziness. You are lazy, that's not the present moment. So for you to be present, whole world had to work for you. That's not right. I said, get up and go and do something. Now think about, sometimes people use this meditation, mindfulness, present moment to be lazy. I don't like it. Personally, I don't like it. Person who practice mindfulness, or introspective awareness, this person is so joyful, awake, and very powerful human being. So this person can do a lot to this society, this world, and you can be a big influence to other people when you are really practicing. You are not really kind of sleepy mood, kind of lazy person when you are I can see many meditation practitioners, we are practicing mindfulness, they are lazy, be honest. They are really. So mindfulness practitioner is, very active person, and he's productive. And if we run a business going well, that person making lots of money and supporting to other people, taking care of the family, taking care of the children. If you are a layperson, that's what you have to do. But you are mindful. You are taking care of your emotions, you are taking care of your feelings, your thoughts. That's the present moment. Okay? Don't try to delete your past. Learn the lesson. Make your future. Make all the plans. Don't have so much expectation about it. And live now. How beautiful that it is. Then you can be joyful. That's the present moment. Okay? Third one is non-judgmental. That's another big word. When you hear the word judgment, you feel so happy. Do you? No. It is negative, right? So somebody said this word judgment have a strong religious connotation and strong a negative connotation. People don't like, especially in this country, people don't like the word, somebody judging me. So I'm asking you, can you live without judgments? Huh? No, right? So, why people ask, don't judge. Sometimes people say, Bhante, don't judge, okay? I say, no, I'm judging always. Nothing wrong with that. Now looking at me and listening to me what we are doing. Judging. So looking at you, what am I doing? Judging. Nothing wrong with that. So it's a part of our life. Without judgment we cannot live. That's how we involve with the society. So the word judgment is all right for me. But condemnation is not good. It makes sense now? Condemning yourself is not good. Condemning other people is not good. But to figure out, you can make the story. What is going on here? But your intention is pure, not to hurt to yourself, not to hurt to somebody else. Or discriminate, that's another word, discriminating. Don't discriminate yourself or others. Depend on your judgment. Other than that, you can judge every day. You can do it. Otherwise, you cannot, survival purpose, we have to do it. So now think about how many people misguided with this information about mindfulness. So other good word for this judgment, making stories. Sitting here and thinking, the making stories. When thought come to your mind, what you are doing? Making the judgment, making the stories. You think those judgments are real. That's what, sometimes remember, judgments, the stories, mind-made stories are not real. They are mind-made. Be careful. What is come to your mind, all are not real. So because of, when you lose mindfulness, because all the thoughts, feeling, emotions, you are making judgment about them and not aware about it, you are making lots of negativities and trouble to your life. There's a funny story, the meditation center in Sri Lanka, Ben was there, and so one girl was practicing meditation, middle of the meditation, she started to cry. The teacher asked why. Then she said, I'm totally fine. Then end of the meditation, everybody asked, what happened? She said, I'm very sorry, something funny happened. While I was sitting, I felt the mosquito bite. I was thinking she's from England, far away from Sri Lanka, far away from, the Sri Lanka, in the mountain, and I'm from England. My mother said, before I go to Sri Lanka, get the vaccination for malaria. I rejected. Now I feel the mosquito bite. She was judging it. Now I have malaria. Now she's keep making the story. I have sick, I have fever, now I'm really sick, people take me to the hospital, now I'm in the hospital bed, I don't have good medication like in London, I'm going to die in Sri Lanka. That's what she made the judgment, she made the story. Middle of the people, she started to cry. Do we do the same thing? Middle of nowhere, things going, we are, the crazy, going crazy. Who did it? ourselves. That's what happens when we are not mindful about our judgment. We are creating pain and suffering and challenges to our lives. So today, that's what I want to tell you. So when you are practicing mindfulness, make these three things very simple. Paying attention, not get excited, right? Mindfully excited. Live in the present moment, understand the both end, and making the judgment without condemning yourself or others. So that is the mindfulness. If you can do that every day, you will be the happiest person in the world.
Is the type of meditation that you do, does that have a time frame, or, do you put aside?
So usually for me, personally, I do every morning almost like a 1 hour, my daily practice, sitting practice. But my real practice 24/7. Then I do the evening, it's depend on my evening, the schedule. And so I do short meditation in the evening before I go to bed. That time, I use for sitting meditation, I call my training time. But my practice time is every second, every minute is my practice time. This is my practice too. How I present myself, how I think, how I understand, keep my mindfulness about what I'm talking. So this is the practice. So in the beginning, time is very important. But time is not the truth. There's no reality in time. Time, I call the conventional. Time, we made it for our convenience. But when you go to the deeper meditation practice, there is no such thing called time, because we go beyond the time. New people for meditation, get into the meditation, try to do it 2 minutes every day sitting. 2 minutes. 2 minutes is lots of time. If you do 2 minutes very well, you build the confidence about your 2 minutes. Then you will do 4 minutes. Start small. So that's how I am suggesting to people.
Someone asked you, wasn't it incongruous that you were, a monk wearing a modern watch?
Right.
And
Yeah, still I am so.
But you explained why you...
Because, sometimes...
Who gave you the watch?
Yeah, because, sometimes people think, oh, monk has to be nothing there. So one day I was wearing a watch. Still I do. Now, what is the purpose of wearing a watch for me? To check the time, because I'm always in front of people. Some places, most of the places, here is very good. Most of the places, they don't have it because I have to keep the time, So how long I did meditation with the people. So I was doing that presentation, 2 young ladies, they asked, oh, you are a Buddhist monk. Why do you wear this watch? The monks don't want to wear the watch. That's what people are thinking. So I said, this, the watch is given to by my mother, just being respect to her, I'm wearing it. And plus, I can watch my time. I can live in this world. So because I'm a part of this world, wearing the watch is not the problem. If I lose this watch, if I upset, that's the problem. Make sense? So now how we are, putting our practice together? Yes.
When you're talking about mindfulness, are you talking about Vipassana style meditation?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, that's a good, that's another popular word. The word Vipassana is called the insight meditation. The mindfulness, insight meditation, introspective, all are one thing. It's the same thing. The Vipassana is the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So you wouldn't use mindfulness with mantra meditation, would you?
Not at all.
Okay.
Being honest, I'm not mantra so many meditation techniques. The mantra meditation also one of them. Most of the meditation techniques we are using in the modern world, they are relaxation exercises. In that moment, you feel good. But when you are practicing mindfulness, you feel good forever. Okay? So now I can do chanting. When I do chanting, people always, oh, nice voice, Bhante, keep doing it. I feel so good. I was falling asleep. What is that? You are so relaxed. But after an hour later, you are in the same place.
I have another question. You don't use visualization in Vipassana, correct?
I can say yes and no, both. When you visualize, if you see what is happening there, exactly, if you are mindful about that visualization, you can learn something. Otherwise, when you are visualizing yourself, most of the time people are in a dream world.